Attack the enemy! Victory is ours!
Good day. I said good day, sir! I don't get to use that joke often enough, so anyway, moving on. Welcome back for some more War Thunder high-tier Japanese tank gameplay. This is a battle from the 12th of February, 2018, and we'll call it the first good battle in the STB-1. Now, I honestly don't remember if I called a battle from the STB-1 first 10, the first good battle in the STB-1, so if I did, whatever. I didn't go back to look at it, my bad. I also may not have, so anyway. Also, I'm sure I've had battles previous to this one that would have been easily good enough to be the first good battle in the STB-1, but a lot of times I don't really think about that. I'm like, I'll have a decent start in something, and then I'm in the heat of the battle, and I'm trying to hurry and get back to the battle, so I just spawn in the next thing and race back to the battle as fast as possible, and then it'll be a 15, 17, 18-minute long battle, and at the end of it, I'm just like, woo! Thank God we won, or, man, we should have won that. And then I don't think about it, and I move on to the next battle, or whatever. But anyway, I'm trying to race and be the first one to get to the A point, and in the background I see an AMX-50 Foch come around the corner, and I know I'm not going to make it past the gap there behind this wrecked Tiger, which, thank goodness there was a wrecked Tiger there. But there was no way I was going to make it to the corner of the church there before the Foch was going to have a shot at me, so I stopped behind the Tiger, and it was a good thing I did, because then you see the Leo over there who made it there to the A point as well as the Foch. So now I'm kind of trapped here in no man's land, although I do have, if you look, the team actually did an excellent job of almost entirely being here to actually help out with the battle. So the Foch, the battle at A, I mean, the Foch fires, and I'm trying to readjust and get in a position where I can maybe get a shot into the side of the Leopard. That didn't happen, so I'm trying to just stay angled here and realize that now, with that wrecked Leopard and the smoke and his wreckage, I can actually use him as cover to get around and get past out of the danger zone there. Danger zone! And get away from the Foch. And right as I'm looking, I'm expecting to get shot in the right, and from the right, from up that road there at any second. And of course, as I come around the corner, there's a T-44-100 there, and I hurried my shot on him a little bit. But it ended up working out. I was trying to shoot lower through his side skirts and punch through and take out his crew in the turret. But it ended up working out because I took out his breach. And then he did not want to drive out to where I could hit him again, so he's also staying behind tank wrecks there. You see the RU-251 fire off to the left and take out a Super Pershing. The Foch takes out an M46. The RU-251 goes driving up. I thought he was an IS-2 actually during the battle. But then as he's backing up, I'm able to get an aim on him. I got a shot just behind the crew complement. I took out his gunner, but he got killed like almost instantaneously, almost simultaneously rather. So I'll take the assist there, no big deal. And now I'm just marking, looking for artillery or anything on the Foch. If we get artillery fire on the Foch, I might be able to charge around him and get past him. If you can get alongside of a Foch or beyond the front of his gun, you can take him out because he has no turn ability whatsoever. Now, I almost got a shot in that actually did some real damage to that Tiger, but thankfully I had caused a little bit of damage on him, which allows me to get an assist on him in a minute when he gets taken out. And if you're watching down the kill feed, you're going to see an Object 906 getting a bunch of kills, and that'll come into play in a moment. So you can see the Tiger that I hit getting damaged up there. There's also SPAA, and I'm moving forward to take a peek at our friend the Foch, who is still alive, and I'm taking a whole bunch of machine gun fire from something that I can't identify up front. It's probably SPAA. There's also a T-44-100 that'll be shooting at me as well. And I rushed my shot on him a little. Right as I moved my gun to swing for his crew compartment, he started driving forward, which made the combined movements there made my gun go way too far aft, and I had just slightly damaged him in the back of his tank. But the only good thing about it really was that I could mark him. So you can see a T-34 moving up here in the middle, and these guys have, as far as I can tell, no idea that that T-44 is up there. So I'm marking him as much as I possibly can. Start capping the point because the Foch is no longer there. Dumped off my smoke just to guarantee that I didn't get flanked from the side. There's an enemy heavy getting marked. It's that Tiger 2. And if you watch on the mini-map, there's the 906 getting another kill on an M41. I'm trying to just keep the guys aware of the T-44-100 back there as much as possible, who just killed an SDRV. There's the 906 taking out a T-95, and if you look over to the right here, oh, there's a T-95. Oh, there's an Object 906. Thank goodness he wasn't looking at me. Thank goodness for my smoke screen, and thank goodness that I had the time to aim carefully and to get a frontal shot in his lower front plate and take him out. And his little reign of terror there. So sitting tight to finish refilling my smoke canisters here. They're finished up. And I'm just kind of sitting and holding the cap for now, waiting for any enemies to come challenge it. So T-34 gets a really good killing shot and a T-44-100 back there. The enemy team is getting whittled down pretty good. It's not a guaranteed victory by any means yet, but we're looking pretty good. We've got a pretty good amount of teammates over here beyond the capture point, and a few more reinforcements coming up from behind. We're looking pretty healthy. So I'm going to move out of the capture point now, move beyond it to where if any enemies make it to the capture point, we'll get a warning about them because they'll start capping. Because as long as I'm inside the capture point, if they move in and start capping it, all I will know, I won't know anything, but they'll know that there's somebody there and they'll come looking for me, so. It's good to stay inside the cap and hold it sometimes, but it's also really good to cap it and then get back out of it so that you get a little warning if the enemy comes in. So as I'm pulling forward here, I spot this Tiger 2, who must have been zoomed in, I'm guessing, looking at that other corner of the road and never saw me because he never reacted. He could have been repairing, but I don't think he was. And as I'm waiting to reload, an IS-6 goes by. I got a hit into him, but unfortunately it was just his commander and his loader and didn't damage his engine, really. So I debated. I was hoping he just kept right on driving, but as I peek around the corner, no, indeed not. So thank goodness I'd refilled my smoke, because I do not want to take on an IS-6 frontally with 105 APDS, not with the current state of APDS in the game. So I marked him. I backed up to get the heck out of Dodge. I bumped into the back of a T-34 and decided, okay, go forward again. So the IS-6 did not come immediately through the smoke, so I'm moving up to where I've got cover behind the Sherman wreckage to hopefully get another ambushing shot on the IS-6, or at least maybe stalemate him. The smoke clears, he's nowhere to be seen, and there's a T-34 coming from my right, so I'm assuming that the IS-6 has gone to the left. I'm assuming he's gone for the A point, so that's where I'm heading to try and track him down and finish him off. So he's not in the first obvious left side, but there is a Tiger 2 coming down the back road. And I get a pretty decent crippling shot, taking out the machine gunner and his transmission, and he gets killed almost immediately for another assist. And there's another enemy getting marked back there, but I can't tell what it is. There's the IS-6 getting knocked out. And there's another shot coming from the left, and oh my goodness, it's a Franche tank. Got a decent hit into him, took out his gunner and his cannon breech, and somebody else is getting marked down the road there. As I'm moving in to get a further shot on the Lorraine 40T, he gets taken out, and there's my fourth assist of the battle. And I'm waiting for the smoke to clear to hopefully cover the T-92 behind me. Turns out it was a Panther 2, and he's also been knocked out. So I'm looking at the mini-map here, deciding where to go. I see an enemy marking there. He gets around the corner before I can get a shot at him. Or an enemy firing his machine gun, rather. So I'm going to mark him for the team. There's an enemy medium tank coming out of their northern spawn. And I figured, alright, I'm going to go over to the left here and see if I can catch the guy coming around this way. Most of our team's to the south, so I'll push up north a little bit and see if I can find whoever he was. And sure enough, there goes a T-44 racing past on the seawall. Could not swing the turret quickly enough to get to him, but I'm pretty sure he is in a hurry on a mission to get to A, so I line up to put a crippling shot into his engine, and it doesn't pen for some reason. But he is a man on a mission and is trying to get to the A point. Also, he's preoccupied with our M16 up here, smelling easy prey, and I do get a good engine fire into the back of him there. He dumps off one of his smoke canisters, so I kind of guessed and got another fire shot into him to at least set him on fire for the second time. And now I'm going to try and push past him and save our outmatched M16 over here. Now, I know he's not going anywhere. I actually really just kind of guessed on the shot there when I started getting hits with the machine gun, and luckily hit him right in the turret, took out the rest of his turret crew, and there was my third kill for the battle. As the second time I killed him, and he was also the IS-6 driver that I got the assist on, so I nearly killed the same guy 3 times, which I always kind of feel bad. I hate it when the same person kills me that many times in a battle, and I sort of feel bad when... It's pretty frustrating when you get killed by the same person over and over again. But, coming back through the A point now, the enemy team is getting pretty well whittled down. And I didn't do it, but I really wanted to type in chat here, hey guys, do you get the impression that maybe they're not in their spawn? Since our entire team is in their spawns and no one is shooting or killing anyone? You think maybe they're either in the air or maybe somewhere down in the battle? Which is why I clicked down there on the map, just to get somebody to go up there and look, just to see if any enemy tanks were just out in the battlefield somewhere. Maybe camping, like our dude who was all the way in the south the entire battle. And I also thought, well, maybe if they're, you know, if they camped or they flanked, air quotes, then they could be sitting at our spawn doing the exact same thing. Like, huh, I'm in the enemy spawn, but there's no enemy tanks here. But they have to be here because I'm spawn camping. They've got to be here. So I'm going to head back and just take a sweep past our spawn and see if I can spot any enemies hiding out back there. There's still 3 of them left, so they obviously have to be somewhere. They're pretty obviously not in their spawn, so that leaves the battlefield somewhere, which has been pretty well cleared, or maybe our spawn, or the air, which is the most likely thing at this point in the battle. So I make a sweep back by our spawn. I don't see anything obvious. And our guys resort to the tried and true age-old scoring tactic of shooting balloons, which gets you no score. And I know this in case anybody thinks I'm serious about that. A Yak 9 gets taken out, so there's 1 guy in the air. And the tickets are going to bleed out before we can discover anybody else, so not too bad. Ended up with the 2nd place because the guy in 1st place had an air kill. And we know they're weighted higher than ground kills, so not too bad. Still, 3 kills, 4 assists, a capture, a win, a 2nd place, and didn't die with a 75% Silver Lion booster. Not a bad battle at all, and I even finished up some research. And there was a 10% team booster, so thank you to whoever on the team threw that one out there. I appreciate it. And that'll do. The 75% Lion booster paid out pretty well. You can see with the Wingman Award particularly. And there's the kills. Not a lot of kills going on, but a lot of assists, a lot of action. And that'll do for today. Thank you all for stopping by and checking this one out. See you next time for more War Thunder. As usual, have yourselves a great day.